It's Game 3 in a best-of-7, which the Mets have a 2-0 lead over the Chicago Cubs.
A nice batting order presented by Exxon and Mobil. Curtis Granderson in the leadoff spot again for the Mets, followed by David Wright. Daniel Murphy has homered in 4 straight postseason games. Yoenis Cespedes in the cleanup spot, then Lucas Duda. Travis d'Arnaud behind the plate. Michael Conforto gets the start in left field. Wilmer Flores at short, and Jacob deGrom does the pitching for the Mets.
Well, very simply, when you watch Kyle Hendricks pitch, he's not a guy that's going to overpower you.
On the ground and passed Baez into left field. Granderson a wide turn and then returns to first. There goes Granderson. Throw by Montero. He got him.
It's in front of the base.
Line by Wright into left field. First hit of the night for the Mets. The 0-2. Strike 3 called, 2 down. Cespedes just 1 out of 8. There goes David Wright. There goes a ball into the gap in left center field. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. David Wright around third. He will score easily, and the Mets are on the board first. In the air to left, over there by the line. Schwarber on the run, and he makes the catch. Chris Bryant. Anthony Rizzo hits the cleanup hitter. Then Starlin Castro, Jorge Soler, Miguel Montero, Kyle Hendricks, the pitcher in the 8-hole. Joe Madden likes to do that from time to time.
DeGrom has been so excellent in the post so far. 20 strikeouts and only 13 innings pitched.
Holding serve in the first 2. Strike 3 called to Fowler.
Well, with a fastball.
That's in the air to left center field. That ball is well hit. Conforto is back. Forget about it. Kyle Schwarber, opposite field. Tie game. With the crowd still roaring, Bryant to right field. Granderson on, makes the play. The 1-2 to Rizzo. Just reached out and slapped it into left, base hit. On the ground, into left field, base hit. DeGrom to the plate. On the ground to short. Flores throws across and gets him. But after the Mets scored in the top half, the Cubs had an answer. The Hulk goes deep. On the ground and into center field for a base hit. Hendricks to the plate. In tight. Ball 4. 2 on. No out. On the ground to short. Baez will get the force at third. 1 down. To short. There's 1. There's 2. Hendricks coaches a 6-4-3 out of DeGrom. In the air, shallow right. Granderson is called off by Cespedes for out number 1. And DeGrom strikes out the last 2 here in the second. We head to the third. Game 3 is tied as the count moves to 2-2, and then Granderson goes down swinging for out number 1 here in the third. Third strikeout of the night. Free zone. And this ball is drilled to right center field. It is deep. Man alive, Daniel Murphy has homered for the 5th straight postseason game. Cespedes launches to straightaway center field. Fowler is back on the track, leaping, and he makes the catch. Cespedes hit it a ton. Not quite enough. Fowler into the ivy, but it's a 2-1 game. Games. Popped him up. David Wright. 1 down.
Well, like Murphy needs it.
3-2 from DeGrom. Stays low. Ball 4. And Bryant goes down swinging for out number 2. This is on the ground, and Flores on the run. Throws him out. 3 innings in the books at Wrigley Field in Game 3 of the NLCS, and the Mets lead it by 1. Lined into the shift and off the glove of Bryant. And so Duda is aboard. Line drive, throwback, late. In the right field. Soler had him played perfectly. And that'll do it for the Mets in the 4th. We head to the bottom half in a 1-run game. One reason they have not had a lead in this series yet. Well, that ball almost ate Murphy up. He recovers and throws him out. 1 down. DeGrom at Stetson. That ball is drilled to center field. And it is gone. Soler goes deep to tie the game. That's a mile high. And Cespedes makes the catch. Well, DeGrom makes quick work of Coughlin. But Soler took him for a ride. And Game 3 is tied. To watch a couple of guys who wore the colors of the Hatters down there at Stetson. Clayton Richard is the new pitcher. Slapped to third. Chris Bryant throws him out. And in a 2-2 game, a 1-out walk. Well hit, base hit left. Granderson will stop at second. 2 on, 1 out here in the 5th. Bouncer, nice play, Bryant. There's 1, there's 2. The Cubs go around the horn. On the ground to right. Got him by a step at first.
Edge will just fall off the plate. He's been very consistent.
Little tapper by Fowler. That came back into fair territory. And Darno made a nice play. Up the middle. Flores. That is a 1-2-3 inning for Jacob DeGrom. 5 in the books in Game 3. Third pitcher of the night, Trevor Cahill, on for Chicago.
Well, this is why you rely so much on your scouts against left-handers.
Cespedes goes the other way. Single into right. He's 1 of 3 on the right side. Duda lays down the bunt. There goes Cespedes to third. There's the throw. Way late. And another steal of third by the New York Mets. To third. Booted by Bryant, who gathers and throws him out. Cespedes stays at third. Ball gets away on strike 3. Cespedes will score. Conforto safe at first. Oh my goodness. There goes Conforto, and that ball is slapped into right. Soler, it's going to get by him and roll all the way to the wall. Conforto's going to score easily. Flores around second. And now the ball's in the ivy out there, and Dexter Fowler put his hands up. And what a lucky break that is for Chicago.
Terry Collins is arguing that by the time he got to it, the runner would have already scored. That's what he's arguing with Ted Barrett. Ted Barrett says anything in the ivy, though, is 2 bases.
That's a straight ground rule, isn't it? The ball goes in. It's an automatic double by the ground rule.
DeGrom in the air to left. A little bit of a late start, but Schwarber makes the play. Looked like it was going to be a 4-2 game. The ivy was kind. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts.
But it goes in the ivy.
In the air to center field. And Cespedes to do as he tried to track down that ball as Castro lines one into the glove of Conforto in left. And that is a 1-2-3 inning again for DeGrom. 6 innings down. We head to the 7th. The National League Championship Series. And the Chicago Cubs have gone to the pen again for Travis Wood. Granderson, a strikeout victim to open up the 7th. Well hit by Wright. Fair ball just inside the line. Here comes the throw to second. It'll be cut off, and then the relay just late. And Murphy, a little squibber. Bryant, he's safe at first.
Home run. Well, 62 appearances this season, career best 1.99 ERA. Grimm.
That ball is belted to left. Schwarber back, cannot make the play. It's off his glove. Wright is going to score. Murphy into third. Cespedes at second. And it's a 2-run lead. Duda to first. The throw to the plate is late. Murphy scores. Leading from third. And Grimm blew him away. But the New York Mets tack on in the 7th. They stretch at Wrigley. Cubs down 5-2. The 1-1 hit well to right center field. Granderson back. Makes the catch, 1 down. 7 for the Cubs in this series. And Tommy La Stella pinch hitting. Pops that up. And Conforto in shallow left makes the play an extremely easy 1-2-3 7th for DeGrom. Open to the game for the Cubs.
Well, in a little earlier than you see him. He's usually their setup man, but they haven't had a lead. So
Tommy La Stella stays in the game at second base, and Starlin Castro moves from second to short. He reached first safely, and Cespedes scored the tie-breaking run. To first. Rizzo smothers it and flips for the out. Kelly Johnson down on strikes. We head to the bottom half of the 8th. Cubs have work to do. Mets via the K. Jacob deGrom's night is done. Tyler Clippard comes on here in the 8th. Juan Lagares is the new center fielder, and Cespedes moves from center to
down at third base.
Strike 3 called. To first, fair ball down the line. Fowler to second, and he will hold up there. Although Granderson had some trouble out there. Popped him up. Flores there for the second out. The 0-1 hit to center. Lagares. The Cubs are down to their last 3 outs. We head to the 9th at Wrigley. Hector Rondon on.
Well, had his career best 30 saves this year.
And for the 3rd time tonight, ball in the dirt and a high bounce back to the screen.
Sorry, 13 years.
In the air to left. Schwarber hauls it in. There's the tag at first. Gonna get out of the inning with that. Fowler. That does it for the Mets in the 9th. Cubs are down 3. Last rips here in the 9th. Fill it down in game 3 for a commanding 3-0 lead, Ron.
Look at those numbers he's got this.
Tapped wide of the mound. Murphy got him by a step. 1 down here in the 9th. To right. Nice play at third, and he throws a strike for the second out. There it is. A strike three called, and the New York Mets have pushed the Chicago Cubs to the brink. It's a 3-0 series. 5-2 the final.